Joining me now is celebrity and royal reporter Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, thanks for joining me. Let's talk about Ben Affleck. He looked very visibly frustrated when he was photographed speaking with law enforcement outside his home in LA. And this is just 2 days after the Federal Bureau of Investigation also paid him a visit. What exactly is going on here, do you think?
Well, we don't know exactly, but we do believe that the conversation he was having in those photos was likely related to the police presence. They were searching out drones. I mean, like everyone else in the United States of America on the West Coast, we're having issues with unauthorized drones. And so that is why you were seeing the police presence in the area. But also, you know, we've had Ben lives where they have had the fires. He was evacuated at one point and ended up in Jennifer Garner's house. We've had over 60 people arrested for looting, you know, these abandoned homes. So the police presence is not surprising, but we do not know what the circumstances were.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if there's another visit in this week, but I'll be curious to know what happened there. Now, look, this one really fascinates me. I want to talk about this ongoing It Ends With Us drama that is Justin Baldoni versus Blake Lively. Of course, she is suing her co-star and director for sexual harassment. But now Baldoni is warning Disney and Marvel to hold on to all documents related to the various characters that Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds, played in Deadpool and Wolverine, as he's, of course, mounting some legal action there. Kinsey, Baldoni is apparently focusing in on a particular character that he believes was intended to mock and bully him. It doesn't make sense. What's going on?
It's a character named Nice Pool in the film, and he's got long hair. Baldoni had long hair for a while. He makes a joke about being a feminist, and you know, to me, it's like, so what if Ryan Reynolds is bullying Justin Baldoni in his Wolverine movie, Deadpool Wolverine movie? That's not illegal. What Blake Lively is accusing him of is illegal. So I think that this is just such a weird. It's almost like you're grasping at straws at this point.
That's exactly what I thought as well. I feel like Baldoni's just trying to cling on to anything here to mount a case, but he's going about it the wrong way and he's looking ridiculous in the process of it. It's just so silly. Now, a French woman has apparently been duped out of nearly $850,000 in an AI-related scam that had her believe she was dating Brad Pitt himself. Kinsey, look, one can obviously dream of that, but how did she fall for this? What happened?
Well, you have to look at these images that this woman received from the fake Brad Pitt, because you and I would have caught in a heartbeat that these were AI's done better, and he would have had 6 fingers if AI would. That's how these are, like cut and paste. They're so bad. She's 53 years old. Her name is Anne. The reason she was able to send him, you know, almost $900,000 was because she was married to a millionaire at the time. She divorced him because she thought she was in a relationship with Brad Pitt. I mean, I can't process that whatsoever. I mean, you have made a horrible mistake.
I mean, what on earth was she thinking? Like, how could she honestly believe that she was in a relationship with the Brad Pitt? I'm sorry, but the joke is on her. She has totally stuffed this one up. It's hard to find sympathy, honestly. But, you know, look, I hope she gets back that money. It's a lot of money. It's almost $1 million there. Now, look, let's turn to the royals, because Harry and Meghan have slammed Mark Zuckerberg for, quote, contributing to a global mental health crisis after Meta scrapped fact-checking and restrictions on free speech. Now, obviously, this is the Donald Trump effect in full swing at Kinsey, but what has upset these non-royals so much about the decision?
What's upset the non-royals so much about the situation is, you know, I'll give you one of the lines from the release they sent out. They said it was undoubtedly a response to political wins, which is clearly a reference to the upcoming president, Donald Trump, who Harry and Meghan have a very bitter history with. You know, Prince Harry has said in the past that Donald Trump has blood on his hands when it comes to climate change. Meghan's called him a misogynist. I mean, they have a really bad history with Trump also threatening to deport Prince Harry if he's not in the States legally. I also think it's funny. I don't know if you were aware of this, but there was a story in Page Six a few weeks ago when Meghan relaunched her Instagram account that Meghan was working personally with Meta to try to navigate bullying online. And this proves to me that that relationship doesn't exist. And I feel like that relationship doesn't exist, and she is potentially resentful about that. And that's why they're so upset about this.
Yeah, it seems like a big sham. I think you're absolutely spot on. Now, speaking of those two, Meghan and Harry have taken offence to being called disaster tourists after photos surfaced of them distributing food and supplies to California fire victims. Kinsey, who made these comments?
Justine Bateman is an actress. Family ties her. You might be familiar with her very handsome brother, Jason Bateman, who's also a movie star. She lives in the area, though. She complained, saying that they were tourists that were just coming. Think about how paranoid Prince Harry is about security. And they drove almost 200 miles to walk along our ashes. I mean, it's vulgar. It's vile. I completely agree with Justine Bateman. And I don't care if Harry and Meghan are offended. I'm offended that you're using our devastation for a photo opportunity. She was also pictured today at another charity. You can't tell me this woman is capable of disappearing for months, if not years at a time, without having a photo taken of herself. And we see her back to back within the span of a week. She is putting herself in the position to have her photo taken because this is a desperate attempt at a rebrand because Mama's got a new Netflix show coming out. And that's all that this is.
Absolutely. It's all publicity for the new Netflix show. It's the look at me, I'm an angel, I'm so nice. Here, take my photo, take a photo of me hugging people. Many of us can see right through that nonsense. Kinsey Schofield, nice to chat. Thanks very much for joining me on the show this evening.